first and 10. Here's Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Ready. You ready?
Breeze going to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 21. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a give to Collins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and those creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 57 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Breeze going to go on 4th down. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Crabtree that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Here we go.
Jackson will throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first down. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Collins, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to 89 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action. Now Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Jackson, and able to find John Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown from 10 yards out, and the Ravens have cut it to within a score. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
Now Jackson drops it underneath for Collins. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. C.J. Mosley able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. There he goes, right side. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Jackson on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Now let's go.
And Jackson throwing once more. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
1 day. 11. 4.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
Detroit!
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson from the shotgun. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks have got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're on the bench right now feeling great.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st down, Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each...
Ted Ginn's gonna go! Touchdown, New Orleans! Ted Ginn with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's a toss coming right. Spinning away, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to push his way through. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. Now Jackson on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Jackson to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This is Collins on the handoff. Von Bell up to make the tackle. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should...
Taking time to adjust to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
So now, once again, the Ravens will go for 2.
Here we go now.
Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They go play action here on first down. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Ready. Ready.
Breeze now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he's going to go down again. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long.